never say welcome back because I just assume like nobody is gonna watch two videos of mine. Hey guys, it's me, Eliza. I don't know if you can see the bonnet. It has Princess Peach on it. This is the one I got from Anime NYC. I really like it. The only thing is that it's just too small for my head. Like, I don't think I have a big head, and it's just like I've been like slowly like ripping it and like stretching it for it to fit onto my head. So like normally I'd be like, oh well, here's where you can get it, but like I don't even know if I should recommend this to adults. Quickly before I just go to the piercing stuff, I wanted to update a little bit. So I did my septum and I did this like upper helix here in previous videos, and I never really provided an update. There's not really much to say. They've healed pretty like well. There was this one had a bump, this one had a little bit of a issue. It really wasn't a huge issue. I kind of just put a band-aid over it, ironically, and it was fine after that. Everyone's experiences are different, so just because I didn't really have any issues with these. Also the septum piercing, so this also I did on my own, and a lot of people seem to be very disturbed by that. I have like had conversations with people where they're like, oh, your septum, like I've been meaning to get a septum, blah blah blah. And then I'll tell them that I did it myself, and they're just like they're horrified. And I'm like, well, it's a very thin bit of tissue to go through. It was painful, but like the healing was kind of just a big nothing. And this one obviously was a lot worse just because, you know, you have to sleep on it. I also have done these. I didn't make a video on the secondary, so I don't know if you could see, but I have like the hole here, and then I have secondaries. For some reason, the regular like ear piercings that I've had since I was like 6 years old are the ones that are like giving me a lot of problems now. I assume just because there's so much kind of jewelry passing through different materials, so maybe I had some kind of allergic reaction to something that I don't know about. Who knows? Anyway, you read the title correctly. I am gonna attempt to be doing 2 piercings right now. I don't know, like I just would rather kind of get all the modifications out of the way. Like I don't really see the point to do one and then you're healing and then you're like, oh, I'm finally healed, and then now you gotta heal another one. Like I'd rather just kind of get everything out of the way one time. There's another piercing that I do want, but I just don't want to do it on my own because I've kind of done them with help on my own, I guess. But I just really don't want to go through it again. Plus, I kind of want to like make sure the placement is really good. So that one I will pay a professional to do. I don't know. I don't know if I want to say what it is. I guess you can just go ahead and guess in the comments what piercing is she gonna do now. Seeing as how I've already done this helix on the other side, that's the first one I'm obviously going to attempt to do right now. And I mean, it's really not that crazy. So what I have a dot here. I don't know if you can tell. Ooh. So I just took this like Sharpie and I put a dot there. What I do, and it might seem a bit archaic, is I actually take my phone. So my phone is recording me right now, so I can't really show you, but I take my phone and I shine the light behind my ear. And you kind of have to, you're like, the light shouldn't be pressed up against your skin because it'll just go right through and you'll just see white. You kind of pull the phone back a few millimeters from your ear and you can kind of see like the veins in your ear, so it kind of gives you a map of just where not to pierce if you value your life. And then from there you can just pierce where the dot is and, you know, clean up and everything afterwards. So there's still going to be some bleeding, there's still going to be, you know, some pain and obviously all that, but you know, this is just to minimize. I'm always struggling with this stupid microphone, but at least this time it's actually on. So these are the needles. These are 16 gauge. 16 gauge I feel like is like the most like average gauge that people use. Like obviously you can start with a higher gauge. Most people start with 16 and work their way up, or like 15, 14, maybe like the biggest. But and also the thing I didn't know when I ordered the 15 is that the bigger the number, the smaller the size. So don't get a 15 thinking it's the next size down. If you want the next size down, you need 17 or 18. This is a sterilized needle, and what I do is I'm going to just, like I said, follow that guide that I made. So the thing with this that a lot of people point out, like everybody's like, oh, how do you like get it through? I take my time. That was what I did in my first video and it freaked people out. It's the same with the septum. I just take my time. I just sit here and I allow myself to just start, stop, take a breather, you know, take a drink, whatever. I don't really know how that's gonna work with the tongue one, but okay, so now what I've done, I've gone in the mirror, I've made my entry point. So this is kind of where I can chill and just slowly allow myself to go through. I know everybody will like just go through quickly. This is me doing it on my own. I'm alright, I'm okay. I've done this several times. You know, it's nice to just kind of slowly take a breather. So that, what I do is I kind of just twist. I do a twisting motion. All of this does hurt, obviously. There's nothing you can do about that. Don't do piercings if you're not expecting pain. Okay, so there's that now.
Oh my god!
And me personally, I like to kind of just let it sit there for a moment. I know everybody be like, oh, put the jewelry. It's gonna bleed and it's gonna be a thing. These things are designed to be there, and I haven't really had any negative repercussions from just having it sit there. So I also have to go like find the jewelry. Like I know where it is, but I gotta dig it out. So, and that's done now. Now the only thing that's gonna suck is obviously the healing, but so now I'm giving myself a challenge here, and it's, do I actually want to go through with this? Do I actually want to sit here and do this on my own? I don't really know. Like this honestly, I'm not gonna lie, took like a very short period of time. I guess I get over the initial fear a lot faster now. And like this only scares me. So apparently the actual piercing is like very, very like simple. It doesn't even hurt, but it's just the healing, like eating whatever. Like I eat like a rabbit anyway, but I'm just like, oh Lord, do I want to sit here? Like my tongue's gonna be swollen. Like the thoughts in my head are just swirling around. Okay, it's been a bit under 2 weeks since I got the piercing, so I'm just gonna show you now. So I actually went down 2 sizes. I put in a bar that was like 1 size down from what I just had, but I was like, it's still too much. I still need to downsize further. Because I don't know if you could tell, I'm kind of still talking funny, but I really do like the piercing. I think it looks really cool, and you know, matches my other stuff. I'm really happy. So shout out to my piercer. I'm gonna tag her right here. If you want to check them out, if you're in the area, and yeah. So thank you for watching. If you did, stay tuned for more videos. Please give me a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.